All right. So come down onto your back. And start with the legs long, shifting to make sure you have an even amount of weight on either side of your hips. Your shoulder blades. And imagine you were standing like you were in Tadasana, so flex the ankles, reaching the heels forward, the toes towards your shin. Press the heels into the floor, press the calves into the floor. Imagine you could press the back of the thighs into the floor, so firm all the muscles of the lower body. And then turn the palms to face the floor, press down through the palms. And then reach the arms over your head. So thumbs come to the floor, beyond the mat, palms facing in. Cinch the lower rib cage down and in, so corset the ribs down and in, and draw the navel in. So finding a nice, strong mountain pose on the floor. Almost as if every muscle in the body is engaged. And then take a deep breath in. Press down through the heels, the legs, the thumb edge of the hands. And as you exhale, let go. Allow the legs to open and roll out. Allow the elbows to slightly bend. And keeping the hands above the head, but elbows bent. So finding that opposite of engagement. Release. And start to scan the body for any areas of remaining tension or gripping. And each time you find that residual tension, just become focused in that area. And as you allow your awareness to settle in, just notice what happens as you stay attentive to areas of tension. Could you find a softening or a release in that just awareness? Move on to see if you find other areas. And then noticing those areas where we tend to hold on without noticing. The jaw, the tongue, the throat, the muscles of the face and scalp. And then again, find Tadasana, mountain pose in the legs, and reach the arms back above your head. Flexing your ankles strongly, pressing the legs down, the heels down, the thighs down. Keep the lower ribs knitting in, and as you exhale, bend the knees towards your chest. Then as you inhale, straighten the legs above your hips. Look at your toes and press the ball mounts of your big toes up towards the sky as you peel the outer edges of your feet, so the pinky edges of your feet towards your hips. So reaching more through the inseam of your leg. And reach the hands up towards your feet. Inhale. As you exhale, scoop your lower belly and lift your head and your shoulders off the floor as if you were going to grab your feet with your hands And inhale, release back down. Exhale, scoop the lower belly, reach hands towards feet, head, shoulders come off the floor. Inhale down. And take several more of these. Each time you exhale, lifting up. Each time you inhale, releasing down. Seeing if you can create as little movement in your legs and your hips as possible. So keeping them super strong and super still. Take a couple of more lifts up. And then release knees towards the chest. Separate the feet mat distance apart, arms out to the body, T to the body, and windshield wiper the knees side to side. And so today, we're going to play with this idea of play with play, and just kind of having that attitude of being creative and being playful and letting go of any judgment and ideas of what's right and what's wrong, and just kind of have fun. Bring the feet back in line with the sit bones. And as you exhale, hug the right knee in towards your chest. Take the knee out towards the right shoulder. Grab the ankle with your left hand, and then reach with your right hand and grab the outer edge of your right foot. Take the sole of the foot up towards the sky as if you were doing happy baby in just half of your body, and straighten the left leg down to the ground. So allowing the hips a little time to open, playing with, does it feel better to bring the knee closer to the shoulder or out? Noticing if you feel the hip hike and drawing the hip crease down. And keep the foot where it is, release the hand and bring both hands inside the legs and reach them up towards the sky. Shift the left leg off the ground and hover it off the ground about 3 to 6 inches. Inhale. As you exhale, reach your hands towards your left foot and hold. So pulling the right knee towards the floor, sole of the foot facing up towards the sky. Left leg is strong, hovering off the ground, and you're reaching your hands, your head, your chest towards your left foot. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. Exhale a little higher. And inhale, hug both knees to your chest. Continue to hold the left knee as you reach your right leg long to the ground. Direct the left knee towards the left shoulder. Take your right hand, grab the outer edge of your left foot. And then switch hands. So grab the outer edge of your left foot with your left hand and take the sole of the foot up towards the sky, knee moving towards the floor off to the left. Notice if that hip hikes. Play with where you feel more comfortable with the hip. And hover your right leg off the ground. Keep your right foot off the ground. Keep your left foot where it is. As you exhale, crunch up. Reach your hands towards your right foot. Keep the sole of the left foot squared towards the sky. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. Keep the right leg super strong by flexing the ankle. Nice deep breaths. Because it's so easy when we're doing core work to breathe. Exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, release. Keep both hands on your knees and make circles with the knees going out, in and up. And then switching. Bring the hands behind the knees and rock up to a seated position. And then come on to hands and knees. First fingers parallel, spread your fingers. Bend your right knee, kick the right heel towards your hip. Keep the knees together and really kick the heel towards the hip as if you could crunch a acorn in your hamstring and calf muscle and almost touch the heel to your butt. And stay there and just take the foot out to the right. So internal rotation of your inner thigh. Keep taking the foot out to the right as you keep your hips squared. So notice how far can you go without allowing that hip to hike up. Keep the foot out to the right and lift the right leg straight back. So keep pushing the foot towards the floor, the inner thigh up towards the sky. You might start to feel a little action in your hamstring. And then from that action you're feeling in the hamstring, straighten the leg back. Keep the hips squared down. I like that because it helps me find that stability in the hips with the hips squared down. And then stretch the left arm long. Reach through your right heel, especially the inseam of your right leg and inner ankle. And reach through your head and your fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, press through your hand and your foot on the floor to round through the spine and crunch. Inhale, reach through your inner thigh, press the foot back as you flex the ankle. Exhale, crunch, touch, knee to elbow. Do 3 more. Awareness really on that inseam of your inner right thigh. And using that to lift the leg and straighten the leg. Really firm. 1 more. Exhale, release. Bring the knees together. And kick the left heel towards your hip. Keeping the knees together, really squeeze. Imagine a can and you're crushing the can. And then keep the knees together and take the left foot out to the side without feeling that left hip, the top of the hip bone lift. So just taking that out as far as you can, keeping the hip squared. And then inner thigh lifts the leg straight back. Tone the lower belly. And from whatever action you feel in your inner thigh, use that to straighten the leg back without opening the hip. Reach through the inseam of the left leg, the inner ankle. Keep the ankle flexed and reach right arm forward. So as much as you're pushing back with the foot, reach forward with the hand. Exhale, crunch, round spine, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch, reach to the inseam to lift the leg back. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. So notice the little amounts of movement in the hips. So trying to create as little movement in the hips as possible. Trying to really straighten the leg and lift it back by the strength of the inner thigh and the back of the thigh. Last one, exhale. Inhale, reach. Bring both knees to the floor. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes under, and lift the hips up and back in the downward facing dog. Take a few moments here, bending one knee and then the other. Really trying to become aware of how much you can press the inner heel down to straighten the leg. Trying to find that same line of energy. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Drop the knees to the floor, point the toes stack back, press the feet down, reach the elbows towards the hips as you lower hips. Belly, chest. Start with the forehead on the floor, reach the arms forward. Pinky edges of your hands pressing into the floor, forehead remains on the floor.
Spread the toes. Reach through the inner thigh, inner knee, inner ankles of both legs. Keep pressing the feet down. Lift the belly off the floor, and as you inhale, just lift the right leg. Keep as much energy pressing down through your left leg as you're lifting with your inner right thigh. Lift the left arm, lift the head. Keep lifting with the inner right thigh. Reach to the inner big toe. Exhale, release. Heels of the hands in line with the bottom of the rib cage. Tuck the toes under. Firm the inner thighs. Lift the knees off the floor. Press up plank. Exhale, down dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Really finding that awareness of the inner thigh. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Firm the inner thighs. Lift the right leg without opening the hip. Shift forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Lower the feet to the floor, forehead to the floor. Arms reach forward. Press down through the pinky edges of your feet. Press feet down, thighs down, hips down, belly up. Find your inner left thigh, lift the left leg. Notice if there's a shift of weight. See if you can balance it out. Lift the right arm, lift the head, chest. So press down through the outer edge of your left hand and right foot to lift the left leg and arm higher. Exhale, release. Heels of the hands in line with the bottom of the rib cage. Tuck the toes under. Firm the inner thighs, press up plank. Exhale, down dog. Bend one knee, then the other. Really firming the front of the thigh, reaching the inner thigh back. Straighten the leg. Inhale, shift forward, plank. Press the hands down, firm the inner thighs, lift the left leg. Keep the hips squared. Tone the belly. Shift forward. Exhale, lower down, one leg chaturanga. Drop the foot to the floor. Reach both arms forward. Press the feet down, thighs down, hips down, lift the belly. Inhale, lift the legs. Roll the inner thighs up towards the sky. Lift both arms. Lift the head, chest. Keep reaching through your inner thighs. Spread your toes. Lift the inner thighs higher. Exhale, release. Heels of the hands in line with the bottom of the rib cage. Tuck the toes, firm the thighs, press up plank. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Firm the inner thighs, press them back. Firm the outer hips, pull them back. Inhale, lift up onto your toes, gaze between your thumbs. Bend your knees as if you're gonna touch them to the floor. Hop halfway. Come up onto fingertips. Gaze forward before the front of your mat. Lift your hips. Bend your knees as if you were gonna touch the front of the mat. And hop, hips high, and come all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, arms over your head, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms over the head. Firm the thighs, grab your right wrist, side bend to the left. Pull your right wrist up towards the sky and to the left. Firm the front of the thighs, breathe into your right side body. Inhale, come back up. Grab the left wrist, side bend to the right. Pull the hand to the left, to the right, and up towards the sky, gaining more length on your side body. Inhale, release both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Big toes touch, outer edges of your feet parallel. Bend your knees. Send the hips towards the back of the mat. So chair pose, fingertips to the behind your heels. Press the knees forward, push the hips back. Peel your belly off your thighs. Peel your ribs off your thighs. Lift your arms beside your ears. Each exhalation, pulling belly off your thighs. Exhale, hinge forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach head, chest forward, reach hips back, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to the floor, step to the back of the mat. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, scoop head, chest forward and up, lift thighs, upward facing dog. Lift the inner thighs towards the sky. Exhale, press back, down dog. Rotate left heel down and in. Step your right foot up between your thighs, or hands, and lift up to Virabhadrasana 1. So right knee stays bent above your ankle joint. As you exhale, reach your hands back, belly reaches out over your thighs. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, arms come out to a T, reach your belly out over your thighs. Inhale, arms come over your head. Exhale, press back through the back heel, hinge forward, arms reach straight forward. Exhale, twist, left hand comes to the floor inside the right foot. Come to the outer edge of your left foot, walk your right foot back halfway, lift your hips, reach right hand forward, gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, both hands to the floor, step back, plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. Right heel down and in. Step your left foot up between your hands. Knee stays bent above your ankle joint. Reach arms up and over your head, Virabhadrasana 1. Firm the back leg. Sink deep into your front hip crease. Exhale, hinge forward. Arms reach back, belly reaches out over your front thigh. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms out to a T. Belly reaches out over the thigh. Inhale, arms up. Arms stay beside the ears, hinge forward, press through the back foot. Exhale, twist, right hand inside of left foot. Step left foot back halfway, come to the outer edge of your right foot. Lift the hips high, reach arm beyond the front edge of your mat. Both hands to the ground. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. So part of play is getting a little creative to move through motions as we create strength, mobility, freedom. Inhale, come up onto your toes, gaze between your thumbs. Bend the knees as if you were going to take them to the floor. Keep the hips high, hop high, halfway up. Come onto your fingertips, bend the knees, hop high to bring the feet up between the hands, hinge forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, come to standing, hands beside your hips. Inhale, reach up, sit back, Utkatasana. Exhale, hinge forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop. Chaturanga, back of the mat. Inhale, scoop head, chest forward and up. Lift the inner thighs. Exhale, press back, down dog. Left heel down and in. Step your right foot up between your hands. Rise back up, Virabhadrasana 1, so right knee stays bent. You decide. Hands can be down and back, out to the side, or forward. Hinge forward and hold. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. Firm the thighs, so don't relax the lower body. Really pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. Inner edge of the front foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist. Left hand comes inside of right foot. Outer edge of the right or the left foot. Stack right foot on top of left. Lift the hips. Reach the arm beyond the front of your mat, so by your ear. And perhaps hover right leg above left. Exhale, both hands plant, chaturanga. Inhale, scoot forward and up. Lift in your thighs. Exhale, press back, down dog. Right heel down and in. Step your left foot up between your hands. Knee stays bent. Reach the arms up as you come upright. Virabhadrasana 1. Whatever hand position you took the last time, keep that. Hinge forward. Press to the outer edge of the back foot. Peel your belly off your thigh. Reach the arms forward. Reach the head up between your hands. Reach through your back outer edge of your foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist. Right hand comes inside of left foot. Come to the outer edge of your right foot. Stack left foot on top of right. Lift the hips high. Left bicep to ear. Perhaps hover left foot over right. Exhale, both hands plant. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe. Firm the inner thighs, press them back. Firm the outer hips, pull them back. So finding the strength and the stability of the lower body to create more length and ease in the upper body. Inhale, come up onto your toes, gaze between your thumbs. Bend the knees as if you're going to touch the floor. Keep the hips high. Hop hips over wrist to halfway up. Come up onto fingertips. Bend knees. Lift hips to hop up. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands to your sides as you come up, Tadasana. Shift the weight onto your left foot. Hands on your hips, bend your right knee forward. Pop your left hip out to the side. Take your left hand to your butt, push it in, and squeeze the glutes to center the hips. Do that a couple of times. So pop the hip out, squeeze the glute to pop it in. A couple more times. Pop it out, squeeze, lift. Last time. Squeeze, lift. Bring your right knee forward. Grab the ankle with your right hand and place your right foot to your inner left thigh. Hands to your heart. Press right foot into left thigh. Pop your left hip out. Squeeze it in. Lift through the crown of your head. Pop your left hip out. Push it in, squeeze. One more time. Pop it out. Push it in, squeeze. Feel how that creates more length in your spine, and then reach your arms over your head. Tailbone drawing down towards your heels. Bottom of the rib cage drawing down and in, so corset them in. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Pull your fingers back towards your forearms. So push your hands up, push your head up, push your left foot down. Keep your left leg strong and just lift your right foot off your inner left thigh. Take it forward and down. Hands beside the hips. Shake it up. Shift the weight onto your right leg, bend your left knee forward. Pop your right hip out to the side. Use your hand on your butt to squeeze it in. Pop it out, squeeze it in. So starting to feel that when you engage the glute, it stabilizes the hips. One more time, squeeze it in. Hands on your hips, bring the left knee forward. So keep the right glute engaged. Grab your left ankle, bring your left foot to your inner right thigh. Hands to your heart. Pop your right hip out. Squeeze it in. Pop it out. Squeeze it in. Pop it out. Squeeze it in. Feel that lift and lengthen through your spine. Bring your arms over your head. Notice how the engagement of the hips create more length in the side body, the spine. Create that strength and stability that grounds down through the right foot. So tailbone reaches down, crown of the head reaches up. And keep your right leg strong. Lift your left foot off your inner right thigh. So keep engaging your outer right hip. Bring the knee forward and down. Inhale, reach up, sit back, Utkatasana. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the floor, step or hop. Chaturanga. Inhale, scoop, head chest forward and up, up dog. Exhale, press hips up and back, down dog. Firm the thighs, press inner thighs back. Firm the outer hips, lift or pull outer hips back. Keep your hips squared, lift your right leg up and back. Notice if the hip wants to open and try to keep it down. Exhale, draw knee to nose, round forward. Step your right foot up between your hands. Lower your left knee to the ground. Walk the right foot forward. Hinge deeper. Stay on fingertips and pull the fingertips back as you lift your head and chest. As you exhale, shift left hip above left knee. Straighten your right leg, flex the ankle. Press down through your right ankle and drag it back. Reach your heart towards your right toes. As you exhale, hinge forward, reaching belly out over thigh. Keep squeezing your hips in. So notice if you have a tendency to lean to one side or the other, just notice what it would take to bring it back more towards the center. Lift up, bend your right knee, reach your arms up over your head, tuck your left toe under, straighten your left leg. Hover left knee above the floor. Straighten your left leg. Hover. Try to create as little movement in the hips as you continue to hover and straighten the right leg or left leg back. So feeling that lifting by reaching through your inner left thigh, inner left heel. One more time. Exhale, hands on either side of the front foot. Step back, down dog. Pull your inner thighs back. Firm your outer hips, pull the outer hips back. Keep the hips squared. As you inhale, lift your left leg up and back. So really rolling the inner thigh up towards the sky. Exhale, shift forward, draw knee to nose. Step your left foot up between your hands. Drop your right knee to the ground. Claw your fingers back as you hinge deeper, lift your head and chest. Exhale, shift back, right hip above right knee. Straighten your left leg. Push the heel into the ground, drag it back, deepen your left hip crease. Reach your heart towards your toes. As you exhale, hinge forward. So keep hugging your hips in towards midline. Keep the leg active. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend your left knee. Tuck your right toes under. Reach arms over your head. Tone your belly, lift your right knee off the ground, straighten the right leg, reaching through your inner right heel. Hover, reach. So notice how much bobbing up and down you're doing in your hips, and try to minimize that. So really feeling that awareness of your inner thigh, lifting up and reaching towards your inner heel. Exhale, release both hands on either side of your left foot. Step back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, scoot forward and up, up dog. Exhale, press back, down dog. All right, so we're gonna start to play now. So keep your weight on your right foot. Lift the left leg up to three-legged dog. So keep your hips squared. Come up onto your right toes. Bend your right knee and hop your right foot halfway up your mat. Keep your left leg high. Lift, hands to heart. Virabhadrasana 3. Maybe arms reach forward for full Virabhadrasana 3. Step back, left foot to the mat. Square hips forward. Hands reach back, fold forward halfway. Firm your thighs. Reach the arms out to the side, T to the body. Reach the arms forward. Keep reaching the arms forward as you fold, barely letting your fingertips graze the mat. Hands release to the floor, bend your right knee. Lift left leg up. Standing splits. Press your inner right thigh back. Lift your inner left thigh up towards your left big toe. Exhale, bend your right knee. Tap left knee to right calf. Firm the inner thighs to come back to standing split. Exhale, bend knee forward. Touch knee to calf. Straighten both legs as you fold three-legged or standing split. One more time, exhale. Inhale, lift. Take your right hand behind your calf. Maybe take your left hand off the floor. Balance. Release both hands to the floor. Bend your right knee. Hop your right foot to the back of the mat and flow through a three-legged vinyasa. Breathe. And shift your weight to your left leg. Keep your hips squared, lift your inner right thigh to lift your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Look up between your thumbs as you come onto your left toes. Bend your left knee and hop left foot up halfway up the mat. Square your hips, lower your right leg down. Hands to your heart, Virabhadrasana 3. Perhaps reaching arms back, side, or forward. Shift right foot to the back of the mat, come all the way up. Square the hips to the front of the mat. Exhale, hands to heart, hinge forward, halfway. Reach the arms straight back. Keep the legs firm. Straight out to the side. Straight forward. Exhale, reach the hands forward as you graze the mat with your fingers. Hands to the floor, bend your left knee. Straighten both legs as you lift. Right leg up towards the sky, so standing split. Just the crown of the head towards the floor, toes towards the sky. Exhale, bend both knees, touch right knee to left calf. Inhale, reach. 2 more. As you reach, find your inner thighs, back of the thighs, to lift up. Left hand to the calf. Maybe right hand comes to the calf. Release both hands to the floor. Bend the left knee. Hop the left foot to the back of the mat, 3-legged dog. And go through vinyasa. Breathe. So we're going to increase the play a little bit. Moving closer to handstand. Shift the weight to the right leg. Lift your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Come up onto your right toes, gaze between your thumbs. Bend your knees, hop, right foot up. Transition to Virabhadrasana 3. Shift to the back of the mat, arms over the head. Exhale, hinge forward, hands behind the back. Reach the head towards the foot, belly towards the thigh. Release the hands forward. Palms together, reach the fingertips towards the front edge of the back, not touching the mat. Hands to the floor, bend your right knee. Send left leg up towards the sky, standing split. Walk the hands forward as you lift your head and chest. And play. Bend the right knee. Reach the left leg up as you touch the right foot to the front of your left thigh. Maybe get some hang time. Last time, hop, right foot back, and move through vinyasa. All right, last side. Shift the weight into your left leg. Send the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Come onto the toes as you look between your thumbs. Bend the knee, hop. Right foot reaches up, left leg to the ground. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 3. Find your balance. Step right foot to the back of the mat, square the hips. Arms over your head. Clasp hands behind the back as you reach the belly out over the thighs. Firm the thighs. Head towards your foot. Bring the hands together. Palms together. Reach fingertips to the front edge of the back. Bend the left knee. Hands to the ground. Reach right leg up. Standing split. Then lift halfway up, hands beneath the shoulders. Bend the left knee. Reach right leg up as you touch left foot to the front of the right thigh. Maybe a little hang time in handstand. When you're done, left foot hops back and move through vinyasa. Breathe. Lower the knees to the floor. Send the hips towards the heels. Forehead towards the floor. Breathe. So allowing the breath to slow down. Feeling that energetic burst that comes from play. Reach the arms forward. Shift forward to hands and knees. Cross the ankles. Sit the hips behind the heels. And lower your back down onto the floor. So Urdhva Dhanurasana bow pose. Done a lot of shoulder work for handstand, and handstand is a great preparatory pose for wheel. I gotta get some water, so I'm gonna talk you through this. So walk your heels closer to your sit bones. Knees are over your ankles. Bring your hands beside your ears. Thumbs pointing down towards your shoulders. Fingers pointing out slightly. And lock your upper arms into the shoulder sockets. Elbows pointing straight up. Lift your hips. Transition, bringing the weight to the crown of your head just lightly. Elbows facing straight back. Suck arms into the sockets to come up. Push the chest towards the wall behind you. Option to bend. Right knee towards your chest. I can't do it today. And straighten your right leg straight up. If the leg is up, lower the leg, lower the head, undo your neck, and come down. Slowing down the breath again. All right. One more. Feet hip distance apart. Bring your thumbs pointing down towards your shoulders, fingers pointing out slightly. Lift your hips, come onto the crown of your head. Bring your arms into the sockets, press your chest towards the wall behind you as you lift up. If you did the right leg, bend your left knee towards your chest and straighten left leg up towards the sky. So, still playing with that idea of play. Experimenting. Lower the leg, lower the head, lower the spine. Breathe. Hands out from the body, T to the body, and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And grab behind the knees and roll up to Navasana with shins parallel to the floor. Release the hands. Bring the soles of the feet together and release into Baddha Konasana. And grab the outer edges of your feet, pull up as you push the knees towards the floor. Keep your left foot where it is, straight the right leg long. Toes pulling towards the shins. Start to shift forward to the front of your sit bones. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinge forward. Janushirshasana. Head to knee pulls. Towards your left foot, right foot. Come up. Take the left foot to the outside of your right knee. Hug the knee towards your chest. And twist. To the left. Untwist. Stretch your left leg long. Bring your right foot to your inner left thigh. Shift forward to the front of your sit bones. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Go long in the spine. Keep that length as you hinge forward, grabbing either shin, ankle, or foot. Release your head towards your knees. Look towards your right foot. Lift up. Bring your right knee in. Step your right foot outside of your left leg. Hug knee towards your chest. Roll long. And exhale. Twist to the right. Release forward. Bring both legs out in front of you. Reach both arms over your head. Exhale, fold. Hands on either side of your knees. Press yourself up. Reach the arms out in front of you. As you exhale, scoop your lower belly and slowly release one vertebrae at a time down to the floor. And for our final resting posture, if it is comfortable for you, Supta Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together. You can also use your blocks or even your fists under your upper outer thighs. And coming back into the rhythm of the breath. And riding the flow of the breath. And that creative energy. Ride it like a wave.
Start to deepen your breath. Allowing movement to come back into your body. Start to slowly move in a way that the body leads you. And with time, you find your way onto your side body. You're taking a moment just to observe the body. Noticing the breath. And noticing where your mind resides. Using your hands and your arms, slowly press yourself up to a seated position. And bring your hands to heart center. And thanking yourself for this time that you've made just